Hello everybody, this is Frogman. Welcome back to Manufactio Nuclear Edition. We've been doing a little bit of stuff and got some things going, got a little bit of science handed in last time and got a few things kind of sorted out. And I am currently just kind of messing around underneath the base because, well, turning on the machine tends to turn on the need to go do a little bit of grass cleanup. And as we can see, we're starting to get a few little holes here and there quite all over the place. I've actually patched this in a couple of times. I usually just take the dirt from one section, like from right over here, and just kind of fill in some of the holes as we go just to give the grass something to work on so that, you know, it doesn't continuously work its way down. So, I think Golrith said the other day he was kind of surprised that I wasn't getting as much more stuff as I am, and I kind of went to looking at it today, and for whatever reason, I don't know why, right underneath the workshop, right here dead center is well, it's a 27 total reading on the Geiger counter, which kind of again makes me wonder what the heck is going on, because there isn't anything in the workshop that should be producing that kind of stuff. So even if I go over here and put down what should be a considerable amount of stuff, if I put that right down here and I run down here and I go into this area and we grab it out of our bobble slot so we can kind of read evenly. Right here in the middle of this chunk, which will have all of the science in it, so all of this stuff, which I don't even think any of this reads any particular matter, but right there is 17, and that is mainly due to the fact that this has a bunch of this stuff in it. And then it also has that in it. But if I come over into this chunk, well, it's 28, and I really don't know why. Unless it's like, well, unless that thing puts off a lot of stuff, or there's something in it that I left, which I don't think I did. Unless these really put out, like so there are parts pieces of that put off a lot of stuff, or that thing. I mean, I guess we could try removing that. Does it say it puts off anything? I mean, it doesn't say it puts off anything. There's nothing in any one of these chests, as far as I am aware, that should be putting off that kind of stuff. Unless it's like, something in one of these, or maybe that stuff. I guess maybe there's a little bit, but not a whole lot. I mean, for that matter, I can put that in. For that matter, I can throw that away because I don't need it. I don't know. There's a little bit more, I guess. Maybe we can do a little bit of looking around. But I've been just kind of fighting, or not fighting, but just kind of looking around, trying to figure out what's going on. Because today I get on and I look at it, and I've already mowed a stack and a half of dead grass underneath there, which I haven't done that in a while, but I haven't had this much stuff flying around in a while. So, but yeah, for whatever reason, right here, unless this bed is terrible, we have a lot of radiation that I cannot account for. I don't know where it's coming from, unless there's something in one of these boxes over here that I am not aware of that is going to be doing that. I don't know, whatever. But anyhow, today what I want to do, I think, well, for one, I need to go make sure I go get my parts. But today what I want to do, we've already set up went ahead and set up the last of the fabricators, and I'm just kind of watching them for the moment because that one is on the third floor, second or third, one of the two, I forget exactly. We have one down here that was replacing the transistor, I think. Is it this one? No, not this one. Transistors are there. Can I get to it without falling off? No, I'm not a good person at that point. Let me get up to the second floor. Okay, second floor transistor, this one right here. Yeah, I don't know why I'm having a hard time keeping this one stocked, and it may be because it's all the way down here on the end, but we are a little low on redstone. I know that. I'm just a little concerned that maybe this one is not. Why are you only delivering one at a time? Because you're delivering one at a time, because I told you to deliver one at a time. But I'm just a little concerned that that one may not be as fast as a tier 3 assembler, which may be some of our problems. So let me go up here and do this again. I've been just kind of playing with things and trying to make sure that we can get as much throughput out of whatever we can get as we can possibly get. So I don't know why you don't say that, but that's fine. Go to work. The other ones I have them set at half stack because I don't really care. The big problem once again is that that's going to put off that much radiation, and I am unable to, as far as I know, put a shield on any one of the bottoms of here. So we're going to start seeing some of the radiation start to act a little silly. But again, I think this fabricator might not be faster than one of those. So we may be putting this one back. Anyhow, we're kind of playing around with that idea. We're kind of seeing what's going on, and I am going to continue to do whatever. And I need to go put that back where it was before I forget it. So we are mining. We're doing a few things. We're having a little bit of fun. I need to go down here actually and check some more stuff. Let me get sorted for the rest of the day, and we can start playing with the next part of the episode. Okay, so last episode we unlocked a few things, mainly these extreme energy relays, or the energy relays, and a few of the other things like the laser focus and some of that fun stuff. And I'm kind of digging through this, thinking I was going to try to maybe play a little bit with those today. But then I kind of look at the recipe, and the recipe says that we need pulverized iridium, which I did know was here, and I do know that it is a thing that is existing. But it's kind of going back to this, whether or not I really like this quest book versus other things, or maybe it's just, you know, just an oversight on someone's part. But I can't mess with those unless I unlock this and this. So this and this should be a dependency for this, and they're not. So this right here, it's just optics, and that's fine. That's cool. That should be a dependency for something else. So we'll not worry about it, mainly because of the fact we can just go right over here and do catalyst chemistry, which is going to require 100 blue research, and that's going to require 250 blue research, which we have plenty of. So, you know, let's just knock those out real fast. Whether or not it's the quest book or whether or not it's something else, I don't know. It's just whatever. So go, gimme, thank you, go, gimme. And then we can look at some of this. Now, there's a reason why I kind of want to start playing with our module systems. And the reason why I want to kind of start playing with our module systems is, for one, just what we just did. And I've been looking at this. I've known about this for a while. I've known about the Iridium process for a while. It's quite a royal pain, I think. But we'll see how it works. Iridium. Iridium is going to be, where are you, sir? This. So hit A on that so we can see what it is. It's going to happen in an isotope centrifuge using 4 different metals. Iron, well, actually, it should say we should look at this as we go. Iron, which is going to give us a 12% chance for 40 pieces of iron, and 1 yellow catalyst, which 1 yellow catalyst is going to be a piece of tungsten dust, pulverized nickel, and tin plate. So we get 10 of those for that, which means, you know, 1/10 of this is that. The issue here again is the pulverized iron. So we want to be doing this with the best method that we can, which is why I set up and did a bit of work with the gold. So gold is guaranteed every single time, plus you get 10 gold ore. For 40 pulverized gold, we get 1 pulverized iridium. Now, iridium, all I'm probably going to really care about with this stuff is going to be, where is it? In here. For these. That's probably all I'm going to care about for now and for a long time, because the iridium ingots, the only thing we're going to be doing with those is turning them into plates, and these are going to be set up into the stuff for refined storage. We'll talk about that when we decide whether or not we're going to care about refined storage. I'm kind of looking at this process, and just as a side note, sidebar kind of discussion, there is no way to recycle any of these parts. None of this stuff has any use for anything other than what it is. So I would literally be ripping down the entire logistics system that we already have built to replace it with another logistics system that the only real benefit is going to be instant transfer. And at a size this big, refined storage doesn't really work that much better because of just the general size of our structure and the general size of what we're building here. Refined is not nearly as good at moving things from one end of the world to the other as applied energistics is. And it's good. It does work. It works perfectly fine. But when you're talking about something this big, I don't know how much better it would do, because we'd have to literally replace, I don't know how many thousand logistics pipes at this point with applied or refined storage. So I really kind of don't see us using it. I'm just going to kind of go that direction on that end of it. I don't see the point really in having that at all. Now, if I was working on maybe a smaller scale, or maybe we were, fooling around with things, sure. But I think for right now, I don't think we're going to mess with it. So let's look at. We're gonna need to look at catalysts anyway. So the catalyst. Let's look at catalysts today, and then we'll see where we can go. So catalyst, yellow catalyst, blue catalyst, red catalyst. These are all kind of an interesting thing. Let's click and do all of that so that we can kind of mess with this. Yellow is going to be used for this main process here, just to do this little process. The blue catalysts are going to be used to make carbon fiber or polyethylene, which, again, I'm not seeing a need for this because blues are kind of technically fairly expensive. However, carbon fiber we may or may not need for the power armor, but we are going to need it for these, the end of rift core storage system. If we want to get into that, we can get into that. Portals, this is a kind of a neat little thing. We might try to play with that eventually. The greens are going to be used to make methanol. Green is going to be silver, aluminum, tin plate. Again, not really something that I can see a need for us to desperately be caring about. And of course, this little process right here, which is going to be the way you're going to take plant fibers and turn it into cellulose acetate, which is going to be used to be able to make liquid plastic. The reds, I can see us doing this one. And that's the reasoning why. It's cheap. Pulverized iron, pulverized copper, tin plates. We can for sure look at maybe doing that, because if we really, really, really want to, we can make plastic through that little process. It's a little bit more work, but again, nutrient pulp is basically just some kind of something in a chemical plant with this, which we should have the accessibility to do now, maybe. This one. What are you short on that? Why can't you open? Catalyst, advanced. So yeah, we should be able to unlock that. I just need to go get 250 orange science, which means I need to have to light the orange science again, which hasn't been running because there wasn't really a major need to automate it. So now that means I have to find something to make a bunch of seeds, which is no big deal. We can just sort that out. So 250 of that, and then we can rip that system out, because once we're done with the orange, I'm not going to use it. I'm not even going to try to turn in the orange challenge. I don't think in here. I don't really see the point. Once again, there's 1,000 for 15 reward coins when I can do that in about 10 minutes with that thing. So again, not really concerned about that point. Let's look at making yellow catalysts and red catalysts if we can get to that point. And then we can use the yellow catalyst to start pulling out some pulverized iron, and the red catalyst, we can start maybe doing some of this work so that we can do some plastic, because we have a massive machine over here. A decent sized farm over here that has been sitting there doing absolutely nothing. And we also have all of those trees that we're getting. I keep throwing away the saplings for those, but yeah, basically we can use that and the tree farm that we got to make a lot of plastic, which is something that I think we can probably get into maybe in the episode or two afterwards. And then we can stop doing the plastic in, I think it's the gasoline form, this one, whatever, I don't know. We'll see how that all works. So let's go fiddle around with this one, and this one, and then if we're lucky, we can work on doing something here with this. Alrighty, catalyst. Catalyst shouldn't take much. I'm just a little concerned at that point. That's this, and this. We should have a couple of assembly machines up there not doing anything. How fast do we have to make these? Not very, according to that. And this, not very either. 30. How fast do they normally make? We can make them in an assembly machine 2 in 13 ticks. So I think we have some assembly machine parts down here, don't we? I have one of these. Is there still some stuff in there? Okay. So there should be a few. I might have not needed to do that anyway. There should already be a couple of things here that are ready to go. Actually, we're going to go ahead and break you down, my friend. Which one were you? You are downstairs somewhere, I think, right? Grab your hammer, just break it. Okay. And then we'll just put this one right here. Boop, boop, done. This thing, right? Yeah. Okay, cool. So that's there. That can get out of our way. So we need to make 1, 2. Do this not hooked up? Good. Let's get some stuff down. Because I would like to see about how that plastic system works. And I need a piece of paper. Because we need to make 2 of these. This is the Iridium catalyst. There we go. Give me another one of those. Thank you. So we're going to do our catalyst one here. And our other catalyst here as well. And I guess I can put that down and get it out of my inventory. Because not that. This. Okay, and then these are going to go that direction. There. Oh, I fall down. You'd think I'd put guardrails on this, but, you know, guardrails are for sissies. That's why we have, like, 13,000 hearts. All right, so there and there, we need to do 3 per each, so we can do that, and this. That is the wrong thing. Pulverized iron, there we go. Whoop, put it back where it was. You had it right in the first place, and then hook it back to the system. You need one of those. Boop, boop, and boop. Come on, game. It's starting to get incredibly chunky, but then again, that's just me doing this. We'll just deal with it as we always do. So that should bring some parts up here, and we should start seeing some catalysts showing up. Yeah, that's plenty fast enough, considering you're going to get 10 per run. So yeah, there's 60 of those, and as soon as this comes up here, I think we have that stuff accessible through the system. I think I'm having trouble. I'm already having trouble trying to get most of this stuff to work. The fabricators that we put in last episode, they've been a little bit of a pain. And of course, since this is going on now, I went ahead and did the tin version or tin plate recipe of the low density structures, and now we're going to be fighting that problem too. Can I have some of these please over here? There you go. Good job. So then you can make some parts. Good deal. All right. So I actually need to go probably double up some more on the tin plate making thing that we have down there. So next part, yeah, okay, that was the thing. Next part, let's see about making this, which is a crystallizer that needs diamonds, which we can do. No big deal. That's not what I want. I want this. This isotope centrifuge with yellow or with gold. Pulverized gold ore waste. Where am I going to process the waste? We'll probably put this over on top of that one because that's where the gold is. So let's go down here and see what the isotope centrifuge for the gold recipe is going to need. I figure if you're not going to go nuts, and I mean this, if you're not going to go nuts and make a lot of these or a lot of these, you don't need a lot. I mean, really, I think we'll probably just to span it. Like I said, if I want to play with those energy relay lasers, I think maybe two stacks, maybe the way we're sitting right now, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. So isotope centrifuge. What do you take to make your iridium extraction? Use on you. Isotope centrifuge. Do I have this thing already? I might. U12. What else do you use that for? This. Oh, yeah. We might have that already, I think. Or if not, we're pretty close. Let me look. Let me look. Nuclear. Yellow cake processing. Is that what this is? 200, 200, 200. Okay, cool. Blue. I think we have enough. We can do that. Can we crack that open? Yes. Amazing. Thank you. Awesome. So what are you going to need? Regular light radiation shielding, a box, and a couple other things. All right, let's get all those parts together and we can make this structure. Okay, so 50 pots, 50 gears. Those are iron gears, not steel gears. Let's see. Isotope, red, dupe. There we go. Cool. And we craft you into a box. And we grab you. Where is it? This one? That one. All right, cool. Click. All right, nice. That ought to fit up there just fine. So in order to do this, we need to make sure we have okay, so this gold and then that plan. And I think with a little bit of work over there, we should be able to process some of this stuff. I'm going to figure out where we're going to run that through. I think the best option for those are just going to be depending on what the dependencies are. Oh, crud. It's got this. Let me see. Lead. That's probably going to go over on this side then. Okay, so that works. Let's just do this the easy way. You're standing next to the thing. So the next fun part, I think, is going to be figuring out where we want to put this monstrosity. Is it going to sit reasonably well right on the edge over here? Fortunately, now it's gone all wonky, so we can't see what the front looks like. So click. Is that the front? Where is the controller? The controller is right there. That is not the front. Rotate that. Okay, so there's the front of the giant monstrosity that is going to do the work for us here. So that's pretty cool looking. All right, I like cave crystals. All right, so all we got to do is do the thing. So if I put the iridium extraction thingy in here, I have to bring up a bunch of parts. So we already have that set up over on this side. What I can do is just kind of run a little line up and over to you. So you'll output right here, and you're going to output all the stuff that I probably don't want you to put out into one area. Let me get this all hooked up, and then we can get this sorted. So it shouldn't take too terribly much. Where is my box and pipe? I got to build some more stuff, but let's see. Where is this? Do I dare ask how much power this takes? Not bad. Okay, cool. Let me get some piping going here. Copper lead third. Alrighty then. You're not working yet. You haven't been told. Did you get your gold for you? You did. Okay. So now I need to hook up the output. And the output is going to need to have a little bit of fun to it, I think. But we'll do that, and we'll go down here because this is going to need to touch the ore processing underneath as well as the front. So grab us a box. I need another one of these. I think this is going to use up a lot of our gold, but we have a lot of gold. So I'm not really concerned about it. So we should have some catalysts here ready to go. So if I tell you, again, don't really care. That was kind of reasonably cheap on the parts. So yellow, well, kind of reasonably cheap. I'm not going to say it's kind of reasonably cheap. Again, we're going to use a little bit of this. You know what? Let's just do it. Yeah, we'll just do it that way. We'll do the same way we've been kind of doing it. Just keep one in there and let it go slowly. I don't really care. Again, I probably want about 2 stacks of these things, and then after that, I'll probably just shut it off. So is that going to work? One of those in there, and you're going to work relatively slowly. Very nice. So we should see some gold ore waste, and some pulverized iridium. Like I said, I figure we're probably only going to need about 2 stacks of that, maybe totally, which we're just going to go ahead and let it fill this interface up, and then we'll see where we go from there. But we do need to start making a little bit of this. So you actually can connect to this system, so we don't necessarily need to go through the floor, but I guess since I already knocked the hole in, that's fine. Well, since everybody else is about like that, we'll just do this. Sometimes you're not tall enough. Wonderful. All right, ore waste. The best one is going to be, I think we're going to just put it in, like this one's getting used right now, and I'm going to be starting to throw these things away because I've got so many of them and they're backing up everything, and plus we have like 2 shipping containers full of stuff. Let's see. I think we're going to put you in here since this one's not doing anything. Yes, that's perfect. Gold ore waste goes in here. We should already have this. Yeah, I already got it programmed. Good. So you should just automatically start working, and then we're going to bring the iridium down to the front. So ore processing. And somewhere I want to place a single spot chest with this. I'm going to have to reorganize these again, looks like. Yeah, we're going to have to. They're getting a little crazy. Anyhow, let's see. We need to, well, I should have not done that. Let's go back up 10 iron. No, not copper, lead, second floor. And this is out front somewhere. I need to build that further over here so that I can reach those. That's what the whole point of that was supposed to try to get some access to this stuff. But I guess we can do, and time to break the world. You need to be a supplier. And you can go right here with iridium. Pulverized iridium. And then that needs to be a supplier, not supplier, provider. We'll just do that right there. That should work for the rest of that. The only reason why I do this a little bit differently on some of these other places so I can put the sign on the side of it, but you can put the sign wherever you want to. So let's see. We give it a second. That should populate something into that chest. Actually, once you tell it. I think you already did tell it, right? Yeah. Okay, yeah, I had my systems confused for a second there. That was not where that was supposed to go. Okay, so good. We got that done. Let's go down here once again and check and make sure we are now getting iridium out front, so that we can start working with the next thing in the next episode, which is going to be making laser focuses. These things right here, which is going to require another crystal oscillator. This is not satisfactory. It's going to require us to make redstone crystals, which is going to require more enriched redstone dust, which this process may actually take place down here where this is somewhere, since I did build a little bit of it somewhere. The enriched redstone is made in this area right here, so we may go ahead and build that right on top of that little spot so that we have that going. But like I said, in an episode or two, I would really like to just make a stack of these things if we can. Not those. These ones right here. So titanium rods, low density structures, which is good because I should be able to actually do that now that I have this other system working. So for now, that's iridium, that's catalyst, and that's going to be the end of the episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.